Good evening and tonight, viewers. It's Three Roads Gaming, here with more Let's Play Breath of Fire 4. Last time we entered the... Go to the first floor. Last time we got the yellow charm, entered the basement and all that. But Item-A-Palooza is not quite yet over. There's more to get. Now let's take this bad boy to the first floor, because that's what I want. Alright, so this time we're gonna go this way. We go through here and... 5 vitamins. Not 5 vitamins as in 5 instances of the unique... Or of the item vitamin. No. 5 of the vitamins item. Which will come in very handy in the final boss. And there's dragon armor. Come on, Ryu. Oh, yeah. Resist breath attacks, that's actually going to come into play. Next question. Can anyone use the armored vest? Can you? Okay, the armored vest is officially yesterday's news. Okay, we go over here. I've gotten everything I care to get out of here. There's some other items, but nothing major. Now that I can go to the first basement. Next question. There's one more charm to get. Where does one get said? Okay. I know how to get that now. We can cross this rope here. Now that we have the yellow charm. And we go down here. And we go down. After a fight. We'll see what said is. Don't want to deal with this guy. So I've made the executive decision to not deal with this guy. We go down to basement 3 here. Alright, cool. And then there's some stairs over yonder. Also not dealing with these guys. I'm pretty much gonna flee from every battle from here on out. That's fine. I've already dealt with the horseman. I don't want to deal with him again. Rejuvenate is now 6 AP, thanks to the Shaman's Ring. What do we got? We got the red charm, which is very nice. I could go ahead and advance to the final area, but there's still one more item that I want. We go down here, use the life shards. As always, Nina, you're up. Oh, Fire Wing. They use fire. I know. Shocker. Shocker if they use fire. Okay, so we're gonna go back up. And then I can just take the elevator down there. But there is one more thing that I want. And it requires me to go... It requires me to go to the first floor first. But yeah, again, I'm not taking any more battles. Just because I'm at a good level, I want to be presentable for the final boss. If you're wondering who the final boss is, and you've been following this whole LP, you might want to go you might want to get tested for like memory loss issues or something. Well, he hasn't appeared in a while, so I guess it makes sense. But yes, shocking nobody, fou-lu is going to be the final boss. Breath of Fire 4 looked at T-Bo from Breath of Fire 3 and was like, what if we made that the whole thing? Alright, let's go to the first floor. Alright, so we go this way. Go this way this time. I could not begin to tell you where we're sleeping here. I know there's like a bench, but there's 6 of us. Are we all just cramming onto that bench? Maybe there's beds somewhere else. Maybe it's like that King of the Hill episode where they went to Japan. Like, surely you didn't spend the entire vacation in the sitting room. Okay, so here... Dragon Blade! Okay, now I've got everything I need. Everything I need to just wreck shop. Are there beds in there? Oh, there are beds in there, okay. There's only 4 beds, so... maybe the girls are doubling up, who knows. Maybe they're forcing, like, Cray to take the bench, and I don't really see Urshan needing to sleep. Alright, now that I've got everything I want... look at the final. Go down to 3rd basement. Now that I have the red charm, I can just go right through here. Okay, so first things first, we go over here. And 3 wisdom fruits. And then we take a battle. Probably going to be a Titan. Oh, shades. Hey, you know what? These guys are wimpy enough. This game has turned me around on Masters. Nina as a mage is so badass under Abyss. But I say just give her the... Yeah, there's a save point there. There's a save point at there's not a save point at the bottom. This is the last rest save point in the game. Might as well, I used some AP. Okay. And one of these, 3 super vitamins. Alright, that should be the last item I need. I'm just gonna flee from everything from here on out. There's the Titan. If you want to pull the same deal as you did with the Cyclops, he's got a pretty low chance to drop Kray's ultimate weapon. But I believe Kray's ultimate weapon is also Earth Elemental, maybe? I don't know. Wait, basement 7. Let's see what we got here. That's fine. It'd be nice if I could get some balance rings, but... Oh, come on, man. I just want to flee. Gonna use other healing items to do any healing I need before the final boss. We go through here. And this will take me down to the bottom of the castle. I don't think there's monsters over here. Let's see, can I... Maybe Ryu can? No, he can't. It'd be nice if I could just return back quickly. But I cannot. Alright. Our broth is ready, so we're about to have to steam. Release steam from the pressure cooker. I'll come back after a screen transition. Oh no, Cray got hit. Oh no, Nina got hit. Come on, fou-lu, say something so I can pause. There we are. Okay. See you after a screen transition. Welcome back, viewers. It's good broth. It's really good broth. Anyway, fou-lu knocked out Cray and Nina. Thou who art me. The robot's not immortal. The robot is quite the opposite of immortal. I don't want to... Okay. Talk normal. We don't all watch Frasier, buddy. Oh, man. I had a buddy that played this. That line totally threw him because he thought, oh, I need to go back to the cliff, or I need to go back to the tomb, or... No, it's just... He just means just beckoning you further. Was that some kind of projection? Yes. Be nice if I could rest on that throne and save on that throne. Okay, it's time to take down the Emperor. I'm gonna fix his wagon. Don't even try and act like your wagon is unfixed. That god was fou-lu. So what was Ryu doing for the other 600 years? Okay, buddy. Maybe knock off the Ren Fair talk. We have to fight fou-lu. This is unwinnable. We have to turn into a dragon. He's gonna beckon us to do that. So, I'm just gonna turn into Aura because it's the weakest. I do seekest. Ugh, it's like I'm at a Ren Fair. I like the Ren Fair, don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, I also like leaving the Ren Fair and then being like, yes, I'll have a sandwich, as opposed to, hark, fellow, well met. I wish to sup upon meat bread. Anyway, they're just gonna kind of like have a debate. Well, not really a debate. Ryu doesn't talk. He can handle himself. He got a robot with him.
If Ryu talked,
I would want him to talk more slangily. Now in the manga, he just talks normal. Once he uses whiteout, the battle's over. It'd be funny if Ryu was like a surfer dude. Like, whoa, gnarly, hang ten. Oh, she healed him. Be nice if Deus was saying something here. Now we have a choice. We have to choose. And we're going to see kind of a highlight reel of the worst that well, not really the worst that humanity has to offer. This isn't really that bad. He could have shown us, like, more compelling stuff, like Rasso killing the children. You know what? They are pretty selfish. I mean, Ray Bolger wouldn't even help me clean out my garage, because Ray Bolger's looking out for Ray Bolger. So, you know, this is more damning evidence of humanity. The dude who was engaged to Elina was all like, oh, I don't care that she's in danger. Yeah, you're right. Screw that guy. Okay, here we are. He's basically chapter blacking us. But yes, Rasso killed what were technically several children, even if I think they were really old and had been living longer than most people on this planet. They were very foolish. Oh, that's heartwarming. And we're gonna remember the time fou-lu got laid. It fades to black, but I assume they can see the whole thing. You know what? You're right. Fast food, etc., generic, doomsday Reddit sentiment. He's right. Alright, so fou-lu's in control now. So what do we call you? Also, is he legally, like... Is this legally like a new entity? If fou-lu had a mortgage, would this new thing, like, be able to be considered like the trustee or however that works? And this is the bad ending. We do get a boss battle. And this here is Infinity, short for Infinity. We gotta fight our buddies. We can just use Soul Rend and destroy them, but I prefer the hands-on. Not bad. Oh yeah, we get a full recovery every round. I don't think there's a way for them to defeat us. I'm sure someone has pulled it off somehow, but... You know, we use Soul Rand, and that drops them all down to 1 HP. They all had 9999 HP. You think about it functionally, this is kind of the opposite of Chrono Cross. Alright, let's use Pato Pa. That should end all of them. There we are. Multi-kill. We did it. Also, I like how they're in the normal main character battle place. Really brings it home that everything is wrong. He does know his path. Anyway, yeah, he's gonna go, I guess, tear society a new asshole. They didn't have time to translate the credits. That's not a joke. That's not a wry observation. That's literally the actual factual truth. But you know, I'm starting to kind of regret what I did there. I know what I said about fast food, but hey, Bojangles is delicious, so that's a pretty good argument in favor of humanity. I think I'm gonna go back to, before I make my decision, and tell him exactly where he can stick that royal sword. Anyway, this has been Three Roads Gaming. I sure am glad the road brought you here. Hope it brings you back my way again soon. Have a good one, everybody.